One missile disintegrating Gatling gun has the attention of the world today. It just saved the lives of an entire crew of U.S. Navy service people. Despite an array of defense systems on U.S. Navy ships, if this gun hadn't done what it did, it could have been catastrophic for the American ship. So what did it do exactly? It all began in the Red Sea. In the guise of protest to Israel's bombardment of Gaza, the Houthis, a military group based in Yemen, have continued to wreak havoc on ships transiting the Red Sea, potentially disrupting a third of all shipping across the globe. The U.S., leading an alliance of international naval forces, set out to restore order on the sea. The Houthis wouldn't have it, and so a new U.S. Houthi war was born. The Houthis not only continued to attack passing civilian ships, but also aimed their weapons at the warships of the alliance, which was named Operation Prosperity Guardian. For months, the Houthis have launched kamikaze drones laden with explosives, anti-ship cruise missiles, and even an anti-ship ballistic missile at the alliance. In response, the alliance has intercepted these threats and retaliated with attacks of their own. The Houthis, unfazed, continued their attacks. One of these attacks forced a U.S. Navy ship to do something neither it nor any other American ship has ever done before. It was Tuesday, the night of January 30th. The ship was USS Gravely, an Arleigh Burke-class guided missile destroyer. A Houthi cruise missile, seconds away from destroying the destroyer, was shot down by the ship's Phalanx Close-In Weapon System, or CIWS. This is the first time ever that this weapon is used in conflict. The Phalanx CIWS is a last line of defense that a ship calls on when all else fails. It is the last line of defense. Prior to this event, U.S. warships have defeated dozens of previous Houthi missile attacks using longer-range defenses, like the Standard SM-2, Standard SM-6, and Evolved Sea Sparrow missiles. These defensive missiles engage their targets from at least 8 miles away. The Phalanx can destroy targets as close as 1 mile away, which is what it had to do on that fateful Tuesday night. Had it been about 5 seconds slower, it could easily have spelled disaster for the American ship. The Phalanx CIWS entered service in 1980 as a massive upgrade to less advanced guns used in the wars only a few decades prior. During World War II, U.S. Navy surface ships were blanketed from bow to stern with as many anti-aircraft guns as possible. A Gearing-class destroyer, the backbone of the wartime destroyer fleet, was equipped with 6 5-inch guns, 12 40mm guns, and 11 20mm guns. The objective was to blanket the sky with a wall of steel, preventing Japanese kamikaze and other aerial threats from getting near the fleet. Thanks to radar and automation, the U.S. Navy went from that inefficiency to a gun with a computer brain that could detect multiple targets, compute their distance, speed, and flight path, and accurately engage threats in order of priority. A gun like the Phalanx. Therefore, a single Phalanx CIWS with its high kill rate could do the job of more than 20 older guns. If such a weapon couldn't eliminate a threat, the threat probably cannot be eliminated by anything else that's conventional. This is somewhat proven by the fact that before a threat can reach the Phalanx, it must first evade multiple layers of other air defense systems. A typical U.S. Navy ship has 3 or more layers of defense, each one accessed only if the threat manages to get past the last. The first or outer defense layer consists of the Aegis Combat System, complete with SM-2 and SM-6 air defense missiles. The middle layer is the Evolved Sea Sparrow, and in some cases, the 5-inch gun system. Phalanx, as well as the jamming component of Sea Whip and the Nolka decoy system, form the innermost or last defense layer. In this case, if the first 2 layers do their job, the Phalanx would never need to shoot a single round. This has been the case for the last 44 years, until a few weeks ago when the Houthi missile came into the picture. But this exception could have come way sooner. There have been a few close calls that have called on the Phalanx, but somehow surprisingly never ended in a kill. The first opportunity to shoot down an incoming missile came in 1987. A frigate had detected an Iraqi aircraft in the region, but did not consider it a threat, and therefore did not activate defense systems, including phalanx. It would be a fatal mistake. Moments later, the aircraft launched Exocet anti-ship cruise missiles, killing 37 crew members. In 1997, the weapon was fooled by chaff as it tried to take out a Silkworm anti-ship missile. And in 1996, the weapon shot down a friendly during practice. A world apart from action in live conflict. But enough talk about its rich or not so rich history. It's time